in the middle of war, especially a war against a spiteful and brutal enemy whose modus operandi is to cajole, subdue, and then conquer. You never can tell what happens when you wake up in the morning. Today's morning was a sad one for our people living in the city of Boya, our federal capital. The morning wasn't a good one. It was a sad one. The images emerging from Boya today do not look good. Blood spilled all over, broken limbs, and broken legs, broken heads, and busted bellies, and many yet are dead. We don't know the exact number yet at this moment. It all happened as bombs blasted the streets of Boya, and people scrambled to escape to safety. We have gathered that early in the morning, 4 explosions were heard along the path of the mountain race that La République du Cameroon forced upon the city in spite of our loud and clear calls against it. That a city under war for over 6 years cannot be seen to be carrying out such exotic events like mountain race. La République du Cameroon organized the mountain race with impunity for one mission, and one mission only. That is, to cajole those who listen to them, that peace has returned to Amazonia, that no more activities are back, and that the war is won and over. The mountain race was organized to send the message that Cameroon doesn't need dialogue or negotiation to settle what they have considered or described as an internal crisis. The mountain race was organized to sell the false narrative that Cameroon is still in charge of southern Cameroon's Amazonia, and that they have the capability to instill peace and security in Amazonia. But that is not obviously the report today, isn't it? Fellow Amazonians, while we wait for the count of the dead in today's incident, we must all hold the country of Cameroon responsible for the killings in Boya today. They are one too many. I have no doubt that they will be quick to report that the explosions were carried out by Amazonia separatists. But why only today, if I may ask? A week before this mountain race of today, Boya was brought under very tight La République du Cameroon security. Thousands of which were made to disguise themselves. They dressed up looking like farmers. Some took up hiding places in the farmlands, and others in regular civilian outfits walked the streets of Boya. They were planted everywhere in the city to ensure the security and the serenity of the race. With such a bountiful presence, how does anyone convince us or explain that the Cameroon army didn't carry out these explosives? How does anyone convince us that they didn't carry out this mayhem just so they can turn around and tack it on the separatist fighters, as they like to call us? Consider for once the locations where the explosives were planted. I mean, not in the bushes, but right in the center of Boya, along the road paths, and in cars parked by. How did the explosives find their way into parked cars guarded by the Cameroon army. Who could have gathered the courage to do so if not the Cameroon occupying forces littered everywhere in Boya? Only yesterday, Friday, we saw hundreds of people show up at the same venue to commemorate the 50th anniversary of this mountain race. Nothing happened. Nothing. Zero. How come that less than 24 hours after, the city is planted with bombs? This is not the work of any Amazonian. La République du Cameroon has to provide the answers. That is where we must go for the answers. Before today, we also saw only last week, hundreds gathered to celebrate the so-called Youth Day on the 11th of February. And still, nothing happened. No attacks, in spite of the fact that we had called for a lockdown. Cameroon must be held again to account for these killings. We can no longer allow the invaders to organize public events in the territory that has been under occupation and at war for over 6 years, as if nothing is going on. They put the security of our people in danger each time they organize these events. We will punish Cameroon for these continuous acts of impunity. The killing of the 5 in Tico last week. The killings in Boya today. The Kumba school killings. The Ingarebu massacre. The Pinyin killings. Bali killings, and you can go ahead and name the rest. One too many. Cameroon must hear from us. Cameroon will be made to feel the pain and anguish that our people are feeling right now as I speak. Everything in the uniform of La République du Cameroon must remain a prime target in all the territory that is Ambazonians. This is a new regime here, and I promise you that even if it should take us 6 months, we will deliver on this promise. And let me add that this interim government isn't ready for so-called negotiations when Cameroon continues to kill our citizens while hoping that we gather at the table to dialogue. And anybody talking or planning negotiations with Cameroon should better think of backing off right now. You converge anywhere with Cameroon. You sign any peace with Cameroon. You call for any ceasefire with Cameroon. Just be sure you are capable of enforcing it. We have a mission, and the mission is to avenge every soul that Cameroon has sent to the grave in Ambazonia in this war. All our restoration fighters killed. All our children killed. All our mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers. You can all sleep in peace knowing that we will stop at nothing, zero, until we have avenged your killers. But why we hold La République du Cameroon responsible for the killings in Boya today? I cannot fail to observe that the civilian population must take a share of the blame too. You were supposed to be at home. It was a lockdown. We warned you of the killer's stray bullets. We reminded you of Tico. You were supposed to remain indoors. Lockdown wasn't called because we knew that something was going to happen. It was called because we know exactly what La République du Cameroon soldiers are capable of doing. And they did just that. We were not wrong. It was called to stop. Lockdown was called to stop the mountain race and to prevent killings such as this. When next time you hear of lockdown, please stop procrastination and just stay home. Stay home. Again, they are not called to punish you or hurt you. They are called to protect you. One thing is sure, Amazonia must be free. We will live free or die fighting. To the families who lost loved ones in the Boya incident today, on behalf of the interim government, I send you our heartfelt condolences. We urge all Amazonians to do same and to remain strong. These barbaric murderers, or murders that we have become used to in the hands of Cameroon soldiers, will not push us back. Again, they will not push us back one bit. We cannot stop this war. We are indeed desperate. We are not any better than those who have paid with their lives and gone ahead. We must fight and fight and fight until the Republic of Cameroon is history with us. We know where our international boundaries with the Republic of Cameroon are. We will never sign any agreement with the Republic of Cameroon that does not retain our boundaries and independence. Amazonia must agree to come together. We are well able to push them beyond our boundaries. We owe ourselves payment for this war. It was declared on us, and we are up to it. No option but victory. And now, to those who have never thrown a stone against La République du Cameroon, I mean those groups which have never killed a fly flying over from La République du Cameroon, the group that specializes in claiming battles they have never fought, and in so doing, sullying the reputation of our fighters and others with such claims. I ask you to buckle up. Buckle up, because going forward, Amazonians will no longer sit and watch you destroy the integrity with which we prosecute this war. Ambazonia Restoration Forces are not terrorists. They have never been, will never be. Their one mission, is to defend the land and protect our people. For anybody to go out and claim or take responsibility for an act clearly committed by the Cameroon invading and occupying soldiers shows that he is an accomplice. He is a partner, a perpetrator with the Republic du Cameroon. They are partners. He has no Ambazonia interest in mind. Such is a con artist, and we will treat them same way we treat Cameroon leaders with their occupying soldiers. Long live the Federal Republic of Amazonia. Short live the war. God bless you all.